What we're going to look at today is tasks here within the system. In order to find the tasks, you'll go to Prospect, and then you go to Customer Center. And on the left-hand side, you're going to see this widget for all of the tasks that you currently have set up for yourself within the system. These tasks are sometimes auto-generated or created for you by an admin, so make sure to always check this section even if you haven't added any tasks, because there might be some for you to do here. When you see a new task, you're going to go to the three dots, and you're going to be able to view the profile for the customer that this task is about. You're also going to be able to edit this task or delete the task entirely. So if we look at Edit, it's going to allow us to change the task description if we need to. We can change the due date of that task. We can choose whether or not that task is going to repeat, or whether a reminder is going to go off that that task is due, as well as the notes that go along with that task in the notes section. Once we have completed this task, we're going to click the checkbox, and it will allow us to enter a note saying, I did this on June 7th, 2024. You also don't need to add a note, but if you need to add any information here, it gives you a chance to do so. When you're adding a note, you can choose a category. So whether this is a pinned note on this customer's profile, whether it's a call that you had with them, something that you did within the system for them, you can choose the different categories here. Add your text. You can also add a voice note to this section. So if you would like to just add some audio of you explaining what you did to the customer, it's a lot faster of a way to add some info on this customer's profile. And when you save this note, it's going to add that note here on the customer's profile. Once it's checked off, it is completed, so you won't have to worry about that one in the future, and you can go to your next task on the list. You're also able to add tasks with the plus sign. So if you want to create tasks for yourself within the system, you'll go to the plus sign. You're going to choose to assign that to yourself. You can assign a customer to this task, or if it's just a general task you need to do, you can add the information, choose the type as we mentioned before. You can choose when this task is due, and again, whether it's going to repeat or you want a reminder for it, and then more notes here about what that task might entail. Then once you save that task, it will appear on your task list, and you'll be able to address that task on the day that you set it for. You have a lot of tasks in the system. It's also handy that you can filter them by date range. You can choose that you only want to see tasks for a specific date range. So let's say we want to see tasks in the month of June, and we want to see upcoming and overdue, or only upcoming, or we want to see completed tasks. So let's look at the completed. And there were no tasks for June here in the system, so it then shows no tasks when you filter it that way. The last section here in the task widget is the three dots, where it will allow us to either mark all of these tasks as complete if they're things that you've done on your own time and you didn't have time to jump into the system and you want to just clear them all out. You can click that Mark Complete button, and you can also choose to delete all of the tasks if you'd like to do that. One last note for tasks is that if you do go to the search bar and you type in task, you'll see that there is not a navigation item for tasks. Tasks needs to be found within the Customer Center, but we do have a setting for tasks, and we'll go take a look at that. So here from our profile page under leads, you'll see that you do have an option to create task automations here within the system. If you click these on, it's going to create a task for you to follow up with a customer when you have not interacted with them for 30 days, when they have viewed multiple properties in a single day, when they've decided to opt out for all email communication, or when they're interacting with an email campaign. So it's just a nice way that the system can communicate with you and create a task saying, hey, this customer might need some attention, and it's right there on your task list so that you can get to it. The task widget is a great way to organize the things that you need to do so you can remain productive and organized in your workflow.